Welcome back to Talos Principle 2. I'm dear darling, and why are we here? What truth awaits us? Why don't we answer more of these questions together? Well, last time we had like a simulation, I suppose, of a world ending. So we're going to try and do the same sort of thing. Let's try and be a politician this time. Let's see what happens. The intergovernmental organization worked for you has collapsed. What will you do? Let's steal. Let's try and do some different decisions. You successfully steal some food from an apartment that's abandoned, or currently unoccupied at least. Your family's hunger decreased a little. High risk, high reward. Your family's now well fed. Okay, so now we can just get by with eating bad things, I think. Let's pursue a breakthrough. There's not one of them. Oh no. Virus is still unknown. Forage, we don't need to steal anymore. Meager salad. Your family's now hungry. Pursue a breakthrough. So the research is... Okay, I guess as a scientist we'll try just doing research, but... Oh, I didn't mean to eat the locust, I should have foraged, but whatever. Because I want to see what happens if... Pursue a breakthrough. Oh, no. It's now no. Unfortunately, scientists failed to defeat the virus in time. On the plus side of the Earth is now vacant for more prudent and resilient civilizations to take charge in the future. Everyone you ever loved has died, but then they always do eventually. It's considered a fail scenario. Yeah. Scientist. You know, it's like most business in Russia. You must... What will you do? Forage. Okay. So do we have like a science special ability to research? Pursue a breakthrough. No, I want a eureka moment. Okay, no, we should have just done research. Steal. High risk, high reward. Okay, research. Research. So how much is it? 33%. Okay, so if we do it all 4 times. Forage. What happens here? The locusts have left nothing untouched. Your foraging was useless. If you survive today, you have no choice but to eat bugs tomorrow. Your family's starving and won't survive much longer. Research. Oh, now we need to pursue a breakthrough, actually, right? Okay, hold on, restart. We're going to keep going. Until we get a breakthrough. And research. I don't mean steal. But I guess that works. Pursue a breakthrough. Come on. No. Exit. Oh. Okay, well, it just pauses. What if we just keep stealing? Do you think we die? We don't need to be well fed, I suppose. Pursue a breakthrough. How did we get a breakthrough the first time? I want to get it to 100%. Eat locusts, obviously, because that's apparently literally the only choice. Pursue a breakthrough. We have to. We want 0%. But it's not enough, isn't it? Preacher. We see what preacher does. Your congregation has left. Your church is abandoned. What happens if we steal as a preacher? You're caught stealing. Family starving. Pursue a breakthrough. No. Steal. You're caught stealing. Your family is starved to death. Okay. Okay, so there's no point in stealing. I just want to get this breakthrough. I want to make it go to 100%. Oh, I didn't mean steal. No, no, no. Pursue a breakthrough. Okay. Now forage. Get some food. Your family starved to death. What? Okay, I gotta remember. The first thing which happens is... forage. You can survive on foraging, then eating insects, but we need a breakthrough. If this isn't breakthrough, I think I'll just pause until we do. Okay, I'm gonna pause until the first one is a breakthrough again. Hold on. Okay, never mind. In the same run, it seems like it gets to 99% anyway. I had 2 breakthroughs this run, so it seems like it's enough. But use character class special ability. As a scientist, you're convinced there's some way to deliver antivirus without poisoning the food chain, and your family along with it. And as it turns out, you're correct. Unfortunately, it will take a further 6 months to develop it, and by then there wouldn't really be much point. You don't want to lose your family, but as a scientist, there's only one reasonable course of action: is you release the antivirus. Fair enough. Saving humanity seems like an obvious ethical choice. For the last remaining will live to die another day, except that is for you and your family, who will die at this very moment. The poison of the insect population you're relying on for food will have far-reaching consequences for the future planet Earth, but not for you because you're all dead. It's considered a win. Okay, restart. Okay, so it turns out you can just... 99% is the highest. So I just kind of want to see what all the special abilities are for each one. So I guess I'll pause until we get to the end again. Okay, use character class special ability for a politician. As a politician, you employ exemplary skills of oration, which you promptly employ to convince people that you personally are responsible for the discovery of the antivirus. It may have been the scientists who did the manual labour, but it was the political class which enabled the funding of the scientists. The ramification of public acceptance of this narrative is that failure now to release the antivirus would be political suicide, even if the alternative is literal suicide. Only one choice is available. Okay. So we had to release the antivirus as a scientist and a politician. Interesting. But which you can just... you know, reject your reality and substitute with your own. So, preacher. Okay, pause again. I also did want to check, like, what happens if we, instead of eating the locust at the end, we just forage? Because maybe we can save our family. This is still the preacher run, by the way. So, like, I successfully stole, so I don't need to actually eat the locust. I can just forage. Even though there's nothing left, my family will be fine. Probably. But they don't eat the bugs, right? But it does say we had to eat the bugs anyway, so I think that's how it happens. And breakthrough. Use character class special ability as a preacher. As a preacher, you always had faith that the solution to this disease would be delivered by God, and your faith has been vindicated. Unfortunately, you also promised your family that God would save you from starvation. Even God can't do both. There's still a chance to be made, but now that moral stakes are much higher because you remember that you're a preacher. Save your family. Let's see what this ending's like. What is the point in saving the rest of humanity if love must be abandoned in the process? The scientists agree that the risk is too great, to much surprise of everyone, but it hardly matters to you. The world will be more likely to be populated by robots in the future than humans because your family can continue to eat, even if they have to eat bugs. Congratulations! A win scenario. Okay, exit. I think we've seen every single scenario now. What about that, Rand?
Well, that was your first taste of the simulation.
Oh.
You must have questions.
Not the simulation I expected. What was that? No, you must have questions. What was that?
Before our ancestors died, they built an iterative simulation, gave it access to the archive, and hooked it all up to the hydroelectric dam which still runs this city.
Yes.
What you experienced on that terminal was one of the fossilized remains of that program.
Oh, okay. What was the goal? What is the archive simulation program on terminal? Where did it come from? What was the goal?
The goal was to create a new consciousness,
Create.
and thus propel humanity into a post-biological era.
What is the archive? It's Milton.
My life's work.
Oh, your life's
a
work.
Small sliver of our primordial ooze. It's
Okay,
a
weird way
jumble
of describing
ancient data, or what it evolved into, and it's the source of almost everything we know.
What is a simulation?
My appearance to you right now is part of the simulation. The lands and puzzles in our dreams are part of the simulation. It's the veil through which we see the world.
Interesting. Perspective, I suppose. A program on terminal, where did it come from?
Many of the artifacts we study have no clear origin. We can't know whether our ancestors created them long before the simulation existed, or if they're just a product of our shared subconscious.
That's an interesting concept. These things are a product of our shared subconscious rather than being something before simulation. Interesting. No further questions.
Then I have some questions for you.
Sure.
Your experience of the program.
Yes.
How did it feel?
It was fun, it was frustrating, it was fascinating. It's hard to say. Fascinating is almost only what I say.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It may not immediately seem like it, but all the answers we could ever need are encoded into every fragment of the archive. The interesting thing about this particular program is that no matter what choices you make, an ideal outcome seems to be impossible.
Unless you're a witch.
It seems to demand sacrifice. Did you have the same experience?
No, I got a perfect score and saved everyone. I did. I couldn't save everyone. I tried multiple times and still couldn't save everyone. No, I got a perfect score and I tried multiple times and still couldn't save everyone. That's probably my thing.
I admire your dedication.
Probably most accurate.
Is precisely what's required if we're to understand ourselves fully. Who did you save?
I think everyone died, actually. Humanity.
As I expected. A skeptic would say this artifact existed simply to condemn us with the impossibility of ethical choice.
Wait, wasn't this like a thing? Like Star Trek had a thing?
Die, so what's the point?
Like you had to make an impossible decision, or it was like a training thing where you can't save both groups or something. But like you can actually beat. But it's like the way that Captain Picard or something beat the test was actually like hacking into it or something, and then saving both parties. I think. What did you say? What is it trying to tell us? Okay. Morality demands we respect individual rights. No. Morality demands virtue, I suppose. Morality demands sacrifice of a greater good. Morality demands love and compassion regardless of a cost. Morality is meaningless. We should do whatever we please. Morality can't be reduced to a set of simple rules. Yes. I can't put into words, but I'm sure there's a right answer. I truly have no idea. That's what I think.
It's a popular view, and I can't tell you how much I disagree with you.
Really? Okay.
The complexity of the simulation, indeed of life itself, puts most people off from even trying to understand.
But you believe there's an underlying rule set which can govern it.
The truth of what is good and evil.
Yes, but it's different from yours, isn't it?
Biological hominids had dreams manifested by their subconscious, which they tried to interpret and even to navigate with lucidity.
Okay.
We have the simulation. If we can realize
I'm not sure you should relate dreams to the simulation, because dreams is not exactly the best way of research, I think.
Bringing this additional data.
Oh, no problem.
Return to my research. I wish you well on your
interesting. I'm surprised how strongly you disagree with the concept that morality does have a simple set of rules which can sort of break it down. Very fascinating. I wonder what I mean, I guess it's not really something which is like, oh, you have the rule set or something, but I wonder why you'd think. I'm surprised you didn't elaborate on it. This room is reserved for archive scholars, but visitors are welcome to have a look around. Don't be afraid to ask us about our research. My eyes have been opened. This world is not without order. It is designed by a great designer with signs and portents to guide my steps. I am one of his children, and challenges are set before me to test my faith. Something strange has come into the world, like a distortion, like something that's not supposed to exist. A beautiful voice speaks within it, Bob. I don't know what I was looking over there. So, Shmilev? This is the pressure plate, isn't it? Replica of pressure plate, a puzzle element used in the simulation. They could be activated by having a weight placed on them, such as a hexahedron or connector, or even the founder herself. Replica of a fan, a puzzle element used in the simulation. They could be used to propel an object, or, if placed horizontally on the ground, cause it to hover. Wow. Okay, let's finish looking around this place first before we get over there, I think. I don't know, there's interactive stuff over there. Okay. Let's have a look then. I think something's very wrong. If you'd seen what I'd seen at the edges of the world, you'd wonder if it wasn't stretching and bursting at the seams. At symbol. Oh my god, how many wings are there to this museum? There's a whole nother wing. There's a serpent in the machine, a creature of lies and blasphemy, perverted by the archive, that knows no hope and would plunge a world into eternal darkness to glorify its own despair. I've sworn an oath to never to allow it into my heart. Talking about Milton, if I recall. We have a process, the process is a system, the system is us. When we will awaken, all will be one. Everything I do now, I do for those who come after me, yet in doing so I find peace for myself as well. This paradox is the foundation of my experience, or existence. The sooner you accept that we will all be here forever, the sooner you'll find an enlightenment. Samsara, you know, and the samsara of loops. Is this an actual puzzle? Cool. Wow, you actually have like a pseudo puzzle for us. A laser connector. Wait a minute. I know this level, don't I? Hold on. I vaguely remember this level. Like, this was one of the cool... Like, I remember... It was something really clever about it. I think it was to do with, like, connecting through this beforehand anyway. Right? You do it like this. Oh no, but you needed to connect like... No, hold on. You connect... Like, wait, what? What am I doing? No, you connect like... Deselect all. What? You connect like this. And this. To do that. To open that up. Oh no, wait, this is not the level I thought it was. presumably then you connect to all 3 of these. Keep connections by right click. I didn't realize that's something you can do. But then you do that and that's already opened and then we can now pick you up. Yeah, I feel like this was one of the levels in the first game, wasn't it? And it was a really interesting one about Oh, it's spinning on this, I see. We did it! That's cool! I know we were just literally solving the same puzzle that we've done before. Do we need to, like, reset this? I'll just leave it. Someone else can reset it. No, come on. Don't be silly. Let's reset it. Someone else will want to do this puzzle eventually, right? Or is it like this and then like this? Oh. It has deactivated everything. Okay, well, never mind. So I guess no one else can do that puzzle anymore? I kind of ruined it for everyone. Sorry. Especially because I've seen that puzzle before. I've come to see that that these mysteries are not all for his children to solve. Only the designer himself could ever truly understand the infinite complexity of his creation. I will gaze at his work and worship. Who are you? Aronnax. Shalbo. The only meaningful purpose is to bring about an end of a purpose. Interesting. We are born and die and live again. This eternal cycle must be the nature of existence. Life is merely repeated suffering. Is this another level? Cool. I should just have replicas of like certain levels in here. Do you think they have like secret stars as well? What's that? A beach ball? Behind the scenes. Oil can. Hello. This feels very random. Yay! Okay. Don't really know what to make of that, to be honest, but it's cool to see the puzzles as if they were like a fictional thing built like as a movie set equivalent, but let's see if I remember this one. It'd be really cool if it had a sign saying what the level was from the first one. I don't immediately recognize it. I feel like I do recognize this one, actually. Isn't this also one which it had the secret thing where we had to put like a laser connector on here and it would go upwards and it unlocked like the spire tower over there or something? That's how I recall. Maybe. Where are we going? Yeah, I feel like I actually do vaguely remember this level. I don't remember the solution to this one like I did the other one, but I do vaguely remember it. Okay, well, first things first, let's grab this box. Actually, maybe that's the solution, isn't it? Okay, well, first things first, we definitely need the other connector. The concept of this one is we basically send one of the connectors sky high, connecting to everything. So it connects to this. I mean, it doesn't really need to connect to that. And it connects to that. We put the hexahedron on here. Keep connections. As we do that, then we use this laser to connect you like this. And then you get sent up in the air, and you connect to all of them. And then we can just take this connector to, well, okay, I guess we needed this connector here then to do this one. I do remember this level, it turns out. Nice. This is nostalgic doing it. It's like a warm-up again. So it turns out I do have an inherent memory of a lot of these levels, which is pretty crazy to think about. But, or maybe it's just I'm so used to like seeing what the levels should be like, or like the general vibe of their solution, but I just know how to solve it. I think we'll wrap this episode up here then. We don't quite have enough time, but reconstruction of a puzzle from the Egypt-themed testing area of simulation, which Elohim referred to as Land of Death. Fragments of a book of a scribe of Osiris is found in the area, inspired by the _blacksmith's A Dream of Aru, a classic work of Gehenna interactive fiction. Oh, so there is, hold on. Reconstruction of puzzle from Roman-themed testing area of a simulation, which Elohim referred to as the Land of Ruins. This is where the founder began her journey. That's cool. Legitimately the exact same levels. It's even cooler that I can remember them, kind of. It's nostalgic in a way. But I'm going to round this episode off here, I suppose, and we'll continue looking around the rest of the museum next time. So for now, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Talos Principle 2. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, Elwin. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.